Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Lies official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Whitley King, Kim Coles, was perplexed in the interrogation room, believing Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, was Charlemagne from Body and Soul, according to Days of Our Lives spoilers for Thursday, July 27. Marlena attempted to persuade Whitley of her identity and persuaded her to acknowledge that she was not Paulina Price, Jackie Harry. Whitley became distraught because she didn't want to be Whitley King, the woman who was responsible for her husband's death and had nothing to live for. Whitley didn't understand why Marlena was so nice to her because she felt she was going to prison regardless. Marlena informed Whitley that she wanted to help her get through her trauma, but Whitley thought she'd done too much bad and didn't deserve aid. On Thursday's episode of Days, Lunny Grant, Salstowers, jokingly urged Eli Grant, Lum and Archie, to take a relaxed pill because he was obsessing over her. Eli felt he had a right to be nervous after what Lunny had gone through. Suddenly, Sam Gerard, a.k.a. Murtada, of the United States Marshals Service emerged and insisted on returning Lunny to prison in Maryland. Eli pressed Sam to spend more time with Lunny now that Abe had been freed, but Sam's hands were tied. Sam, on the other hand, was willing to let Lunny say her goodbyes before they boarded their aircraft. On Thursday's episode, Abe awoke in his hospital room with questions. Abe inquired about Paulina and wondered what had happened to his wife. Paulina revealed who she was before proving it with her driver's license and their legitimate wedding photo. When Abe finally acknowledged he remembered Paulina, she was overjoyed, thinking his memory had returned. Unfortunately, Abe pointed out that he was merely referring to a memory of leaping the broom with Paulina. When it came to Paulina and the love they had, Abe couldn't remember anything. In the waiting room, Theo Carver, Cameron Johnson, inquired of Kayla Johnson, Mary Beth Evans, about the status of Abe's memory. Kayla was optimistic, but she couldn't offer any promises because the damage may be irreversible. Kayla, on the other hand, believed that Abe would benefit from spending time with his loved ones. Thea was concerned that this was punishment for almost marrying Ciara Weston, Victoria Confall, while she couldn't recall her love for Ben Weston, Robert Scott Wilson. Kayla replied that was a different issue and that the universe didn't function that way anyway. Kayla reassured Theo that he was a wonderful person with a kind heart. On Thursday's edition of Days, Theo joined Abe and Paulina. As a result, Abe mistook Theo for his other son, Brandon Walker. Paulina added that Whitley hired Jerry Prentice, Terrell Ransom Jr., to play Theo, which Abe believed made sense because he noticed Jerry's name on the credits for Body and Soul. When Lunny appeared, Abe remembered how she had come to his aid and claimed to be his daughter. After joining the others, Ely introduced himself and hugged Abe, who was overjoyed to see him. Abe had no idea he had grandchildren until Paulina showed him a photo of the twins, so he was overjoyed to see them. Lunny was cryptic about why she had to leave so quickly, but she promised to return soon. Lunny boarded the elevator with Sam and Ely after saying her goodbyes to Abe, Paulina, and Theo. On Thursday's episode of Days, Paulina barged into the interrogation room and confronted Whitley. Although Whitley apologized, Paulina smacked her across the face and made it obvious that "I'm sorry" wouldn't be enough to undo the harm. Marlena had Paulina leave as Whitley sat there distraught over all the pain she caused. Leo Stark, Greg Rickard, attempted to end his affair with Dimitri von Luschner, Peter Port, at the Salem Inn, but the sight of Dimitri in his underpants proved too seductive. Dimitri and Leo had split up just as Gwen Ristek, Emily O'Brien, walked in, and she took one look at Dimitri in his underpants and demanded to know what was going on. Dimitri insisted for a reasonable explanation after resuming his dressing process. Leo soon pointed out that Dimitri didn't have a decent suit for the wedding, but Gwen pretended as though he had. Leo, on the other hand, felt that Dmitri needed something special and claimed that he persuaded the groom to try on one of his clothes. Gwen didn't believe it and felt Leo simply wanted to see Dmitri in his underwear. Leo assumed Gwen was correct and apologized to Dmitri for the ruse, and Dmitri pretended everything was good and shook Leo's hand. Dmitri completed getting dressed and insisted on marrying Gwen the next day, so Leo looked uncomfortable as they shared a sweet moment. Gwen chose to remain home for a pre-wedding celebration with Leo instead of returning to the office as scheduled because it was becoming late. Gwen raved about her impending marriage after Dmitri left, knowing she couldn't have done it without Leo's approval. Gwen advised that Leo find the perfect guy and live happily ever after like her one day. Dmitri told himself inside the Dimara mansion that he could go through with the phony marriage and earn his wealth, but he saw no reason why he had to give up Leo. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Dmitri will get into further problems before the wedding, so stay tuned for some stunning news. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.